right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, coming to you at 9 p.m. at night, Wednesday night. I feel like it hasn't stopped for the whole week. It never ends.
Listen, buddy, it is football season, buddy.
Football season going hot to trot right into it. I am Ryan. This is my partner, the voice of 440 and Goal, Sam, here to entertain everyone that's watching tonight. And I know for all the millions of people around the world watching tonight, that's you on that camera there, you're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Tonight, what we have lined up, Sam, you run down the list of what is going to happen throughout the show because it's going to be a late show. But I'm very entertained. I'm very excited about it. We're going to have a good evening.
So we got a lot today. So we had a lot going on in this last weekend. We'll talk about the volleyball preview that we had this weekend. We're going to talk about the Ashtabula County preseason team that we put out, the all-county preseason team that we put out, and then we're going right into the second year of high school fantasy football. We're going to draft that right here on this show tonight. Now, this year we're going to change it up just a little bit. It's going to be 8 positions that we're going to be drafting. We are going to draft a quarterback, a halfback, a wide receiver, a flex. We are going to draft an iron flex, which is a position that we introduced last year. Your iron flex is much like your Iron Man.
Right.
He's going to get points from both his defensive and offensive statistics. You are also going to be able to draft an offensive line, a defensive player like last year, but instead of just kickers, this year we are going to draft special teams.
Right.
So that special team is actually going to be all the PATs, all the field goals, punt return yards, punt touchdowns, kickoff returns, all that good stuff. It's going to be in one team. So it's going to kind of open it up a little bit for each team. One of the other things we're going to do this year that's new compared to last year is every week we are going to draft.
Yes.
So you are going to draft 8 players up to 8 players. You are going to be allowed to carry over 1 player from your week before. But that's it. You can only draft them 2 weeks in a row, and then you got to drop them and give somebody else a turn. So I'll be drafting around this year more than I was last year. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're not going to get stuck with the hitch and hodge and ride it out through the season.
Listen,
I'm not mad about it.
I'm going to get as much of that hitch and hodge action as I can. I can tell you that.
We'll be going back and forth.
But we are going to draft. And the other thing is 1 position per team. So if you draft a quarterback from Lakeside, that's it. You used your Lakeside. You got to draft somebody from somewhere else. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be different. It's something that I don't know that anybody has done around here or anywhere. I've never seen a high school football draft. So
no.
I'm really, really excited about
that. And again,
that.
guys, it's just for entertainment. It's fun to do it just to get the kids involved, mix it up a little bit. I'm second year doing it. I got just smoked last year, but that
thanks to Grant Hitchcock and Trent Hodge.
Yeah, well, I can't call that luck. That was good playing.
I'm talking about those boys did it. They did it for me.
And they did
I'm a Falcon for life.
They did it big. So tonight we're going to be going over talking about the volleyball preview a little bit.
Yep.
Then I think from there, I don't know. You sent me the itinerary. I don't have it.
Yeah, it's right here next to us.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about the volleyball Made in Ohio Minute preseason. We're gonna go into the fantasy, and then we're gonna end the show. We're gonna give you guys kind of a preview in the week in the games that are happening this weekend. We're gonna go through all 8 schools county games this weekend.
Okay. All right, so let's go into it. Like always, we talk about banter. How was your weekend, Sam?
So my weekend was wonderful. As you can tell, I'm coming off of a sinus infection. I did test negative for COVID, for all of you out there wondering.
The way you sound, though, sounds like to me you're not coming off of anything.
Listen, I feel so much better than yesterday. I felt like I got hit by a truck, but feeling a lot better. Again, COVID negative. Took the test, got checked.
Right.
But coming off of that, we had a great event at Lakeside on Sunday. 7 of the 8 Ashtabula County volleyball teams at Lakeside getting a chance to play some volleyball against each other. It was a really cool day. One of the things that I've learned as we've started covering volleyball is this deep culture that exists within JO.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You had me worried.
Sorry. I'm just checking on something.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, this deep culture that exists. I'm like, oh boy, do we not have sound?
No.
Yeah, as you can see, we got some new gear today.
Right. Trying new stuff out like always.
Yeah,
always.
That's what it is. It's all about getting better every day. But no, this deep culture within JO, these girls go out there and they've got 7 different jerseys on, but you see them, playing together and talking to each other. Just weeks ago, they probably were in tournaments together. So it's really a great sport. And for those of you, we're doing our best to kind of build up our teams. Ideally, we're hoping in the future that we're going to have every single athletic sport covered over here every year for every team. So that's why if you saw that ad that we put out on Facebook, we are looking to bulk up our team. We're looking for people who want to help on the production side. Obviously, we're looking for some people who want to help on the broadcasting side. If you are interested, reach out to us. Right now, we're working with some schools trying to get some we'll call paperwork stuff, get that pushed through. We're really close. Pretty much everybody's ready to go. It's not going to hinder the season, though, I know, because this weekend, both of those schools are ready to go.
Right. I'm going to go back real quick, just take one little step back. There's a reason why we joined YSN, right? So DJ Yoakley's his name. He's the co-founder, owner of YSN. He reached out to us, after a long discussion, long talk. The number one reason me and Sam went and decided to join YSN is because it's going to bring a broader coverage to the Ashtabula County schools.
It's about holistic look.
Right.
From the lake to the river isn't just a cool catchphrase. Right. We're going all the way from Lake Erie down to the Mahoning River.
Right.
This is great. This is something that has never existed in this area ever before.
Right, correct. They covered last year between Portage, Mahoning, and Trumbull County, 2,119 games. We're going to add hopefully 8 schools onto that this year. But the kicker is it's just me and Sam, right? Most of you guys know that. Just me and Sam. We need
help.
14?
At least
14. We're trying to get coverage to every single school in the county in some way, shape, or form, not just for football, not just for volleyball, not just for baseball. We want every ounce of coverage, every sport that a youth kid is involved in, we want coverage for them. All it's going to do, there's a lot of stuff coming down the YSN pipeline that's going to help us, help the Ashtabula County sports. All it's going to do is promote the kids within. So if someone out there is wanting to promote youth sports,
come on with us.
440goal@gmail.com. Message us on Facebook. Message us on Instagram. Come help us. There is a monetary amount going with it, and we can discuss more of that as we go. But
we'll get you going. But
help us.
Ultimately, we want to make it so when Tia Gloria in Brentwood, New York, wants to watch your daughter play volleyball, we want to make sure that we can tell her go to www.ysnlive.com, and if she's got a volleyball game or a soccer game or a softball game or a football, basketball, whatever she's playing, she could go there. There's one central location. We're not going all over the place, and she's not only going to get covered, but the best type of coverage, and that's what we're shooting for. The only way we can do that, though, folks, is we're going to need some people to sign on with us.
We need help. That's it. So 440goal@gmail.com. Message us on Facebook, Instagram. I think you can message us on Twitter. I don't know.
If you could throw an @ in front of it, we're there.
Right.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We don't have a Snapchat, but that's going to change.
No,
I think it's going to be
really
time
what
to
that
get
is,
snap.
Yeah. But all right, yeah. So going in real quick, I had a great weekend too. Busy weekend as always. We had a nice Saturday evening party put on by our wives.
Shout out to the wives.
Shout out to the wives for doing that. We down at Dublin Down, a great evening. Pizza, sandwiches. I think that was it, right? Pizza, sandwiches.
There was pizza, sandwiches, soda, the whole nine. It was
hops. Great. We'll go that route with it. It was a great time, so thank you to my wife, Rebecca Cole, and thank you to Jess, Sam's wife as well. But then we go right into the Combine, which is just a rat race as it is in itself.
You are not kidding, brother.
Things are going. Things are rolling. Kids are coming in. Sam's taking pictures. I'm trying to make sure the video feed's working. DJ Yoakley's messaging me saying what's going on, blah, 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 having a good time. But what an event. Bringing all those young ladies there to compete with one another. And like you were saying with the JO League, big shout out to those coaches because we did have a little bit of a hiccup with the audio system, and then we did get it figured out. But the coaches thinking, as smart as they are, thinking on their feet, saying, let's do this.
Yeah, let's switch it over to this.
Switch it over. You know, you can play club ball, doesn't affect anything.
So next year, one of the cool things, now that he talks about club ball, next year this volleyball tournament is actually going to transform from a preview into a tournament.
Right.
This is going to be something where we're going to be an all-day event. We're going to have teams playing full sets against each other. It's going to count as one of the contact days for the coaches, but the coaches are more than willing. You know, with the great competition and all this thing that's going on. So look next year for this Ashtabula County preview to be the Ashtabula County preview tournament. Really, really excited about that because these girls are ballers.
Yes.
They are ballers. We were trying to one of the reasons I asked, I put a message out for everybody is for a speed gun. Because we wanted to get speed on how hard these girls were spiking the ball. That's still something we might do at some point. Maybe we'll do it individual teams.
Oh, we'll get
go
it
around
eventually.
for some extra content and see who's got the hardest spike in Ashtabula County. I'm really, really looking forward to that one. They got really excited about it, but I'll be honest with you. I tried to time it with my hand, and the old hand-eye coordination isn't what it needed to be.
But all right, so that was the weekend. Great weekend. Volleyball preview, as always, was amazing. A lot. And the other thing, too, thank you to the community members that came out and supported it. We can't do it without that. It's tough to put it on. Thank you to everyone that comes out, all the schools that came out. Thank you from the bottom of 440 and Goals Heart. Really appreciate it. So where are we going now?
All right, so next up we're going to do the Made in Ohio Minute.
No, well, not yet. They might be back. So
all right,
we're
so
going to wait on that, and then we'll work on it. So we'll hit this thing right here.
Me. Yeah, no, let's go here.
What's that, preseason?
And then we'll go commercial.
All right, let me bring this ad up. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We're going to get into Yep.
We're back.
We're back.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. I will make sure I got to do that to 2 other things, too. I'll have to remember that. Thank you so much. We just started rambling on. But anyway, so we were just talking about
Ryan is going to go through the list. We're going to name the people on the list.
Campbell family as well, because that got skipped over, too, because of all that. But QB1, Jefferson Falcons, Grant Hitchcock, Jay Sean Sanders, running back, Lakeside High School, Zach Rice, running back, Conneaut High School, wide receiver Christian Cunningham for Edgewood High School, wide receiver Jimmy Timoneer for Lakeside High School, wide receiver Trent Hodge, Jefferson High School. Offensive line, my favorite part of the not the show, but favorite part of the all-county team. Sorry, Randy Valeriano for Lakeside High School, Mason Pulowski for Jefferson High School, and Nick Barger, right? Barger, sorry, for Edgewood High School, and the athlete Luke Smith over at Geneva High School.
Yeah, just talking a little bit about this list before we get into the defensive players. Grant Hitchcock, 1,000 guy last year. That's a no-brainer. Jay Sean Sanders, he is the all-time leading rusher at Lakeside High School. Also a no-brainer. When the list comes back up,
It's up. Why did that happen? I'm sorry, guys. know what.
Christian Cunningham is going to be the first target, one of the number one targets on that Edgewood offense this year. Jimmy Timoneer is somebody that through this offseason has actually worked his way onto this list. From watching him at these scrimmages, he is absolutely dogging people out there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Timoneer is going to be a problem. He's jumping like it's a basketball game, and the kid already had great hands. I can't talk about great hands unless I talk about Trent Hodge. He's got Velcro on the palms of his hands.
He does.
It doesn't matter what you throw, that kid comes up.
And he cuts.
And his routes are vicious.
Yes.
And I don't care what team he's going against. Trent Hodge is going to get his. I don't care if he's going against the number 1 team or the number 12 team. He's going to get his. Randy Valeriano is an absolute monster. Has been for a couple years.
There's one kid, offensive lineman, that I've heard more and more coaches talk about.
Yes, sir.
And it's Randy Valeriano. Just know that. Others are watching you, Randy. Good job, man.
Listen, he's got a nickname that is near and dear to my heart. They call him El Toro, which is what I got called back in high school.
Nice.
So he's instantly, you got a lot cooler if you did. Mason Pulowski is going to be the biggest and best lineman on that Jefferson offense that is going to absolutely mollywop people this year. Nick Barger, he is another one. This is a team that is Barger, excuse me.
See, that's why I asked you.
Yes.
Come on.
This is a team that they are going to get a little bit more ready, run heavy this year, and it's going to be because this big guy is up front. And Luke Smith is the athlete because Geneva runs that wing T, and you could be the halfback, you could be the fullback, you could be the split end, and you're still going to make a difference. Anytime Luke Smith is on the field, he's going to make a difference. Now, moving on over to the defense, we're going to start off with Jimmy Severino. Jimmy Severino is a lone senior, or one of the few seniors on the St. John team this year.
Okay.
There's a lot on his shoulders this year. Teams are going to throw right at him. He's a very good corner, and he's got great speed. One of the things I've noticed this year through going to some of their scrimmages, he's not afraid to hit nobody.
Right.
He is not afraid to hit anybody. He's ready to get in there, get down and dirty. Jimmy Severino, he's going to be a defensive leader for the St. John Heralds. Moving on to the grasshopper, baby. Bobby Rogers. Bobby Rogers very easily could have been on the offense. We are just stocked with wide receivers right now. This is a kid that can jump out of the gym. He can jump off the field. He is going to be he was a tackle machine for them last year. Look for Bobby Rogers to make a huge impact on the team. Angelo Collazo.
Fiery.
I mean, what can you say?
Yeah,
Angelo Collazo, if it's a tackle to be made, he's making it. It doesn't matter if Travis Kelce's coming down the field. He's going in 100 miles an hour. Angelo Collazo, I don't think he's ever feared anybody in his life.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, that's a bad man.
Yep.
Ryan Croston. Ryan Croston is going to be on here as a defensive back. Why, you say? Because he's going to start at quarterback this year. He also had 3 interceptions last year. So he's 100% going to play back there. You can't overlook 3 interceptions.
You cannot, and then we talked about him before. His defensive play is, and it's just going to pick up this year. He is a sophomore for PV going in freshman year, just doing his thing out there, and I can't wait to see him.
I'm going to tell you what, you better not underestimate that kid's ability to throw,
right? Because
he can spin it. And then we got to talk about my man Wade Woodworth, Brian Bosworth reincarnated. He's a bad dude. I'm talking about he's violent. He gets to the ball. He's got great football sense. Every time there's a defensive play to be made in Jefferson, look for Wade Woodworth. It's going to be the number 3 out there causing absolute havoc. If any running backs catch flare routes, God bless you.
Right.
I'm not doing it if he's on the field because he's looking to take you out. Talking about another guy who's going to cover the pass incredibly well, we got to talk about Conneaut's Wyatt Payne.
Yes.
Wyatt Payne is somebody who was, a spell running back. He's going to be back there with Zach Rice this year too. I think Conneaut's going to give you a heavy, heavy scoop of rice every time you go against them. All right, arroz con touchdown in Conneaut. That's what you can call him. But Wyatt Payne on the defensive end is going to make a big difference. And we got to talk about Freaky Zeke, right?
Yeah, Freaky Zeke. He's what I seen from him at the scrimmage that we got to see, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, his left to right movement, in my opinion, has greatly improved compared to last year. Last year he was a good, he's a downhill runner, which is good. Every coach is going to teach north to south, but it seems like he's got the hips are swaying left to right just to get him up north and south a little bit better.
This dude is built like a college player already.
Yeah.
I mean, the muscle game is there. The speed is there.
He was the top dog on the bench this year at our combine. So.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an absolute specimen of a human. Yeah. And, the kid has gotten faster. His football sense has improved. His football IQ has improved. Zeke Lucas is going to be the leader on a defense, an Edgewood defense, that knows very well they have to improve from last year.
Yes.
It was a defense that got taken advantage of. They took that last year. They took it personally, and this is a defense this year that is out for blood, and I love it.
Yeah. No, I hope to see, Zeke Lucas flying around. I mean, we got him at linebacker.
And
I hope Zeke, there's two running backs in front of you, right? I hope you can flip that script and take the spot. No, I'm talking about Zeke is a running back, right? He's the first team.
Oh, you're talking about, I see what you mean.
Flip that script. And take Zach Rice's spot and Jay Sean Sanders' spot. Make me wrong.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Zeke Lucas is on that list, but there's another guy who doesn't make that list, again, because of the competition is so thick. That's Seth Enos. Those two in the middle are terror.
We talked about this last year at the end of football season. These juniors coming up and everyone coming up, and there wasn't that much drop-off. We said last year this is going to be the hardest season to pick.
It is.
Pick the all-county preseason team.
Listen,
it's going to be the hardest season for 441 Gold to pick their player of the year across the board. It's going to be the hardest season we've probably ever had in 3 years.
As sick as it makes me to my stomach, Zeke, Lucas, and Seth Enos, man, you could be talking. I know they're inside guys, but you could be talking effect like Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd.
Right. Hey, that's a great.
I mean, those two just absolutely hammering down the defense, and it's going to make it. I can promise you, with those two guys out there, it makes it easier on the ends.
Yes. Yeah, it will be. I mean, you're 100% right. Yeah.
But moving on, we're going to go from Zeke Lucas to Mr. 94.5 tackles himself, Ty Vickery.
How do you remember? You ever wrote down in front of you?
No.
This is not fair. I have the memory of a goldfish.
Listen, when guys stick out like that, there are certain things that I can't forget. And Ty Vickery, 94.5 tackles, the way we calculate it. Right. Not the way they calculate it, the way we calculate it, with a half a tackle for every assist. Ty Vickery was in on every single Laker tackle last year. He's going to be on every single tackle this year. He is a man on a mission. I'm really looking forward to watching this kid.
Yes, sir.
And Cameron Cargill. So Cameron Cargill gets on this list. He's been another one in these scrimmages. He's been incredibly impressive. He is going to have to take over for a huge hole. And what I'm going to say is the biggest hole in the county exists in PV right now. He has to take over for the man, the myth, Robert Verba. Robert Verba did everything, and not everything. He did everything well. He could tackle, he could catch, he could run. Cargill has to come over on that defensive side and fill in this giant hole, and that's what he's going to do. And when you talk to his coach, Coach Croston, he says they're going to rely heavily on him, and he believes in him. And if Coach Croston believes in him, I believe in him.
Yes, sir.
Moving on, we're going to go to Johnny Hazler. Johnny Hazler is on here as a defensive lineman. He is going to have to be the keystone for Geneva on the defensive line. He's also going to be their go-to on the offensive line.
Okay.
This is a high IQ kid. He is strong as an ox, and they are going to be a team that typically has to control the clock, and he's going to have a chance to do that on both sides.
Yeah, anyone playing that defensive line position, I mean, it's a tough spot getting your hand down in the dirt, but you got to do your thing, and I think he's going to be a great asset to Geneva this year. They got, honest to goodness, one of the toughest schedules on the block.
I'll tell you what, I always say how hard that Jefferson NE8 schedule is.
Geneva, whew.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Geneva.
Are you kidding me, Geneva?
Mm-hmm.
That is tough.
Yep.
They've got to go against a Division 7 team that has more than most Division 1 teams on their team.
62 rostered.
Then they got to go against Struthers, who I'm pretty sure their offensive line's about 700 pounds.
Hannah plays them. Hey, get together. Y'all don't play each other this year, dude.
Yeah, listen, you guys better work together on that.
1 year until the next year, then you know what happened next year.
CBC Lake, baby. We're in.
Then you can stop sharing film and make it weird with each other. It's fine.
Struthers is
Someone's got to
big.
get Struthers. Yeah.
Struthers is big. So their schedule got a lot harder, but that's all that's going to do is make you better. This is a young team.
Yes.
Geneva is a young team. And Johnny Hazler is one of a few seniors that's going to make a big impact for the Eagles this year. And we're going to talk about Jason Byers and the Grand Valley Mustangs next. So Jason Byers, not a whole lot of stats from last year. Because he was playing behind some bigger guys. He did make plays. He made plays on the reg. This is an offensive lineman that is going to have to step up, and this is directly from Coach Nims. On the defensive side, they're going to need him to make a difference if they're going to make a difference. And you know as well as I do, that was trouble for Grand Valley last year.
Yep.
Their defense had their struggles. Their offense was getting it together. Chef Boyarski was out there getting it done. This year with Chef Boyarski, Hyvik, and Rogers, they're going to be able to throw the ball.
Yep.
Casey Turner coming in as a senior, taking running a little bit more seriously. He's going to make a difference. It's going to be on the defense in Grand Valley to determine, are they going to have a 2021 year, or is this going to be a new year?
Yep. It's going to be interesting out at Grand Valley. I'm looking. I like Boyarski and what he does. And, the limited play that he had last year and the numbers that he put up. I have very high expectations. Stay healthy, young man. That's the biggest thing. But do your thing, man, because you're running all over the field. I think we keep throwing it. We should look, but I think it's 4 games.
Yeah.
Right? He played last year.
Yep.
He had big numbers in 4 games, and it's his senior year.
Almost
correct?
and this is his senior year, and it's almost 1,000 yards of offense by himself.
By himself.
I'm really, really, really interested to see what he's going to look like with the full season under his belt.
Assuming Byers is playing O-line as well, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
Listen, we ain't got the numbers out here for you to play one or the other. If you're a good offensive lineman, they're going to plug you on defense too.
At bare minimum, D-tackle.
Hey, listen, you got to get out there.
Plug hole. But yeah, you got to get out there.
Even Sam Petros got on the line last year against Hudson.
Yeah, right, at some point.
Yeah, because they had to go to the big man.
Yeah, they had to get something going. Yep. All right, let's swing it back on over here. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, you can rewind and check out our first team. But I got to compliment my partner here. He put out some stuff today. I think it was 22.
Yeah.
I'm calling them baseball cards, digital baseball cards out there for those young men and not women. I'm sorry, but young men that play football. First team All County. 440 in goal, and I'll tell you what, he did a great job, bang up job putting those together. Walmart doesn't hold a candle like to what he could do. I'll tell you right now. But I got to shout him out for that. That was great. But check those out over on Facebook if you haven't seen them yet. Stay tuned with us. We are going to take a quick sponsored break. When we get back, we are rocking and rolling into
fantasy football, baby.
Football. So give us, 2-3 minutes somewhere in there, and we'll be right back. As long as I can hit the right button. I've been good at that tonight.
We'll see how she goes, boys.
We'll be right back.
440 and Goal welcomes in-combine sponsor from Allstate Kristen Dobbins-Beck-Barger. Kristen and her team offer auto, home, renters, and various other insurance policies. Visit Kristen at 4605 Main Avenue in beautiful Ashtabula, Ohio, or contact Kristen at 440-993-0256.
440 and Goal welcomes in Play All Awards and Engraving. Awards, they do them all at Play All. Play All offers a full line of acrylics, desk accessories, plaques, sports awards, and more. A staple of Ashtabula County, Play All has been in service since 1993, helping the likes of educators, coaches, and individuals just like you. You can visit Play All at 4542 Main Avenue in beautiful downtown Ashtabula, Ohio, or call them at 440-992-7529 with any questions. 440 and Gold brings in Made in Ohio. Made in Ohio specializes in screen printing, dye sublimation, embroidery, and vinyl graphics. Their prices are the lowest in the area. They have no minimum order size, no setup charges, and no screen charges. Stop in and see for yourself. Made in Ohio is located in the beautiful, historic Ashtabula Harbor. Visit them at 1028 Bridge Street or call 440-992-9057.
I was incorrect.
All right, welcome back. I do have to get our timer up here. Actually, I think I have.
All right, let me get this share so people know what we're doing out here.
And
if you are watching the show right now, make sure you share it. That way everybody can see. We are going to draft Week 1 Fantasy Football High School Edition right here in Ashtabula. Let me get that out there so people know what's going on. So the way we're going to do it this year is because I had absolutely no remorse in wrecking Ryan last year in this fantasy league. Just smack dabbing. Just not a care in the world. He's going to get to pick first this year because, to the winner go the spoils, not here, I guess.
Of course. No, it's no big deal. I put a thing up. I got to click the right button. I don't know what I did with it. Did I lose it already?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know you don't. Neither do I. I'm working on it. Rules. Well, let's go into that. You talk about that. That'll give me another minute. Ready? There you go.
All right, so the rules this year, the positions, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, flex, iron flex.
Yep. Sorry, guys. We're going to
All
run
right,
through it real
we're gonna
quick.
try that again.
Yeah, I apologize. It's me. It's
All
not
right.
Sam. It's me.
So-
I'm screwing up left and right.
Listen.
I'm just
The rules are on the screen. 8. There's going to be 8 positions. We're going to draft. It's got to be one from each team.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. It's just the way that
Special teams is going to
the
be
week's been. It's
yeah.
just been-
Special teams is going to be implemented into this year's. That's going to be on there. One player per team. You can keep one player. So if I want to keep my running back, I would have to take him with my first pick for 2 weeks in a row, and then I got to drop him.
Right.
So there's going to be different players being drafted every week. This is something you're going to pay attention for because we are going to have sound most of the time too. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to draft high school fantasy football. Ryan is going to get the first pick because I absolutely wrecked him last year.
Yeah, let me put it over to here. Make sure we do have audio. We do. That's good. I do. See, I made a nice graphic, but I'm screwing it all up. So hold on 1 second. Messing it up more. Let me just shrink this a little bit. All right, so the time's up. Timer's up in that right-hand corner. How much time are we doing,
We're going to go 30 seconds per pick
All right,
because
let me
we've
get the
been
timer up here.
going at it for a minute.
Right. I know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. Give me 1 second. I'm almost there. Clock is it. I know how to find it. We're supposed to be ready, and I'm not. I don't know what else to say, and I'm sorry. That's the best I got for you. So should be, yeah, that's right. This one. All right. 30 seconds per pick. All right. No audio with this. Well, we do have audio with us, but no ending audio. Maybe I can't do this.
We have audio from us?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
we do. But I guess I'm getting 33 seconds.
That works.
Whatever. Start it and then go. All right. 30 seconds. I got to flip through this real quick. I think I know who I want to grab because I can't help it. 20 seconds. I'm like 90.
I just want to let you guys know I had to star all the players who are going to play this year for him.
Yeah, I try. I do.
Yeah.
I do, but I'm not good at it. Oh, you didn't put the – I got to look at this thing. 4 seconds.
That's it. Time to make your pick.
Jefferson's quarterback. I can't help myself.
Grant Hitchcock.
Yeah,
You're
Grant Hitchcock.
Bum.
I can't. I mean, I
You're
have
a bum.
to. We went
Grant's not a
1,000
bum.
for
I wanted
1,000,
Grant.
You know?
All right, write your pick down. Let's
Yeah.
go. Next pick.
Yeah. All right. So
Let me mark him off my list.
all right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so you got Grant Hitchcock this week.
I mean, again, like we talked about earlier, you can only keep the same player for 2 weeks in a
Oh, yeah,
row.
it's real easy. I'm going to take Trent Hodge. He's going to be my iron flex.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good pick.
I don't even need all 30 of them. Trent Hodge, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the team. Grant,
So
I'm coming for you, my boy.
Jefferson knocks 2 down off the board just like that. Oh, there is a little audio with that. I didn't even hear it. Let me put that there. That looks better. Sorry. All right. Now I'm feeling better about this. All right. Let me hit my timer here again, even though I don't know who I'm going to pick. But we're going to rip through somebody. This is going to make it easier on me. It really is. Oh, that's who I got to go with. Man, I can't help myself. I'm trying to beat you week 1. It might be my only win. Give me the Quiet Riot out of Conneaut, baby. Quiet Riot, Zach Rice.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't – let's see. I'm trying to mark him on my list here, but –
All right, so you got a Conneaut, you got a Conneaut, and you got a Jefferson.
Yeah, you ready?
All right.
3, 2, she'll be rolling.
Okay, so you're going that way, I guess. Am I going to go? Yeah, you know what? I'm going Tony Hall Edgewood. Send it, baby.
Okay.
Tony, give me some orange action, my boy. Orange action. That's what I need. No offense to the Conneaut guys. I love you guys. Just not this week yet. I need this win.
All right. So I'm feeling myself here because I feel like it's going to be – and then let me hit my timer. Let me hit the timer. Wait, where's it at? There it is. It's right there. It's right there. All right, man. I'm feeling myself on this one. I can't help it because I feel like he's going to put up some crazy numbers. Where'd he go? And I love his name. I'm purposely making sure I go through all 30 seconds, but not on purpose. There he is. Yeah, let me get some Bobby Rogers, the grasshopper, out there at my wide receiver position.
That's a good pick.
I know I can't help myself. There's something about it that just says go for it. So,
all right. Go ahead and mark my 30 seconds.
Here we
I'm not
go.
going to need it.
Go.
Lakeside's Ja'Shawn Sanders.
Golly, come on now. Come on, at halfback?
Yep.
Or running back, halfback. I mean, halfback for Geneva, but Lakeside is running back.
Yeah, he's a running back, and that's what I could. I'll be honest. I could have took him as my iron flex too.
Right. So, but I understand this the right way. Iron flex is running back is offense and defense.
Yeah. So
right?
for Trent Hodge, he's going to play linebacker and he's going to start at receiver. I'm getting both of those. I'm yumping both of those.
Right. So I'm going to start my timer here. We let it go all the way down. I'm going to take my 30 seconds just to make sure I get it rolling here. But I think I know who I want. And you better not let me down if I pick you. No, I'm just kidding. I can't help it because I feel like he's going to put up some great yards this year and be on defense too. Give me Iron Flex, Freaky Zeke out of Edgewood.
Oh, that's a good Iron Flex.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
But I mean, again, guys, anyone that's just tuning in, we're actually almost done with this fantasy. You're right.
Yeah.
Sammy. This did not take as long as I thought it was going to take.
That's a really good pick.
So if you're just tuning in and watching this fantasy, and we'll get all of our stuff posted after, probably not tonight, but tomorrow. That way everyone sees it. But you can only keep one player from this week to week, one player. After 2 weeks, you got to dump them, but there's got to be one player from each school, correct?
Yes.
Right. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and I'll be honest with you, I accidentally didn't screw up. I was almost there. So, and I think you know what I'm talking about, that other part. So send it. Here we go.
All right. So for the next pick I'm going to go is my flex position. And for my flex position, I am going to go St. John's Will Anderson. Ooh. That's my flex this week.
And where my flex is, he could run or what is that?
That you're getting receiving and
passing.
It's
right. Got it. I hate to even say that, but it's just one of those times. Golly.
Yeah, it's time. Listen, St. John is a young team. They've got 3 young fellas that are going to put up stats this year. I think Will Anderson is going to be one of them. Now, don't get me wrong. They have a tall task ahead of them in Newton Falls coming up this week. But St. John's Will Anderson, that's going to be my pick for this week's flex.
All right. I'm going to take my talents to the west part of the county here. Golly. It's a tough one. But at flex, I'm going to take – man, I got 3 seconds.
Game time.
Bryce Pete at flex.
Okay, that's a pick.
Yeah, right.
That's a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pick right there.
Myself. It's tough for me, but so that means I need.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Yep, I need Lakeside. Yep. No. Hey, you made the rules. I didn't.
I know.
Lakeside. Wait, take a minute and make sure you don't pick from the. Yeah, see, you did the right thing. I got to get someone from Lakeside.
Yeah, I got Conneaut, Geneva, Grand Valley, and PV.
I got to get PV.
And you took Bobby Rogers, didn't you?
I did. PV and
what's this kid's name?
Sorry, we're going to start the timer here in a second. We're just trying to. Sammy's just taking advantage of this.
Listen, I got my pick. I'm ready to go.
All right, let me hit the 30-second thing. I'm going to need a second to make sure I don't screw this up.
Ready?
Yeah, it's countdown.
All right, Aiden Whitwright, Grand Valley, wide receiver.
Okay. Who am I missing? Oh.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let that run down. Give me my 30 seconds to breathe. Give me my 30 seconds to breathe here, and then I'll hit it again. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're over on Facebook, like the stream, share it. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So real quick here, let me hit the timer.
That's all right. Go ahead and take you another 45.
Come on now. Hey, I gave you like 50 seconds to pick
He's a
that.
cheating timekeeper, folks. Oh, you're just going to wait?
No, I got 22 seconds. Don't even start.
Yeah.
All right, I got to do this. PV defensive player is going to be Croston out of PV.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. And you're going.
Real easy. Mine's going to be Vickery. Defensive player.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yep. He's a defensive hound.
So I have special teams and offensive line left. So I'm going to take the smart decision. We're going to talk about this slowly so the timer, because I can't reset it. There's not a button to reset it. So I have to let it
it's
count
fine.
down.
We'll let that one go.
Right. So I already know who I'm going to take at offensive line.
Yeah, you're probably taking who I was going to take, but that's okay. I can live with that other one.
You know, not very often in my life am I a couple steps ahead of Sam, but I feel like in this draft right now, I got about 4 steps ahead of him. I feel like it, and it's totally on accident, and just me being ignorant is probably the best way to put that. But let me hit the start button.
Not me.
Yes. So I have to put this out there. I got to take Lakeside at offensive line. They probably, Buzz Edwards does a bang-up job. Randy Valeriano, come on. O-line, Lakeside, send it home. Don't you guys let me down.
All right. That's your offensive line. Go ahead and let it run down. I already know what mine's going to be.
Yeah, go ahead. We can, if you already know what it is, and continue.
My offensive line is going to be in a low-scoring affair. Give me those Geneva Eagles.
Special teams has to be a team, correct?
Yeah, special teams has got to be a team.
Special team. Oh,
it's a team. Yeah.
Team. So then I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. St. John is my special team.
St. John is your special teams.
And by process of elimination.
And mine is going to be those Conneaut Spartans, baby.
Yep.
So you can I just need them to score kickoffs. That's what I need.
That's it. Onsides and kickoffs and punt returns and fumbles on punt returns.
Yes.
And interceptions on punt return. No, that can't happen. All right, that went way, way, way faster.
Listen,
than
I told you, when you do it, you do it right. It goes quickly. Let's do a quick recap.
Great news, though. We've had audio the whole time.
That's big.
So
That's
we're
big.
going to put that out there real quick. So I'll go through mine first, then you. So first pick of the draft for me was going to be Grant Hitchcock. And again, real quick, guys, just so if you're just tuning in now, how this works, it's going to be every week you can keep one player for 2 weeks, right? But everybody else on your team has to change. So let's say, I picked up Grant Hitchcock and Zach Rice, right? I can't keep both of those guys for 2 weeks. I have to drop them and pick them up, and I also have to keep a player or a team of all 8 county schools in some way, shape, or form.
That's right.
You can't have 2 Jeffersons, 2 Lakesides, 3 Geneva. You can't do it. So it's going to be a very interesting year this year. And while we're going back up, I am going to bring up the rules real quick. That way people could see how the rules break down and everything like that. So with my first pick.
We have sound? We do.
We do.
Okay.
We do. Twice in a row. We're really rolling through this tonight. My first pick is going to be Grant Hitchcock out of Jefferson. The number one read, honest to goodness, 1,000 for 1,000. And I'm going to need you to get all 1,000 of those yards week 1. Please. I just, I'm going to need that. If it's possible, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but if you could do that, we could become friends, maybe hang out, whatever. But go ahead, Sam. Who's your first pick?
So my first pick was actually I took Trent Hodge as my iron flex. So rather than do it that way, why don't we just go through our whole team?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Right. Yeah. Sorry. So then me coming up next, I had to take Zach Rice. It's a no-brainer. I mean, he put up, close to 2,000 last year?
He's Conneaut's biggest offensive weapon.
Yes.
That is, Zach Rice is always a good pick.
So I had to take Zach Rice. I really did. And I'm going to go down my list now. Is that what you're telling me? Yes. Wide receiver for me is going to be Bobby the Grasshopper Rogers.
Stole that intel from me.
No, I seen it. Actually, hold on. That's not fair. I did the video recording at the Combine.
I gave him the cool name.
And then somebody quoted him in the Grasshopper name. So if it wasn't for me in the video, he wouldn't even have a name, Grasshopper. But anyways, Bobby Rogers, Boyarski, I'm going to need you. This is a duo. You got to throw it to him, But flex is going to be Bryce Pete. Iron flex is going to be Zeke Lucas. I'm sorry. I'm excited about Bryce Pete. I think he's going to be all over the field, young man coming up. Iron flex, I'm really excited about this one because Zeke Lucas, he had plenty of tackles last year, and I really think his running game is going to go up about 5 notches this year. I
agree with you on that. I think his running game is going to be.
Yeah, he didn't have much last year. I think it was just under 400 yards for the season.
Yeah, but this year he's going to be the.
Elijah Cooper said it in the interview. He's going to have a balanced offense. It's not going to be the run and go and crazy onside kicks, all that fun stuff. It is going to be a balanced offense, is what his goal is. O-line, you can't go wrong with Buzz Edwards and the Lakeside Dragons.
You really can't. You really cannot, man.
Defensive player, I'm excited about this one. Week 1, 2, 3 picks. I'm going to need all 3 of those. Week 1, Croston. Special teams, St. John. And then, let's see. That's it. I'm done. I got markings and scratches and all that fun stuff, and I don't have to talk anymore.
All right, so my team, El Toro Locos, is going to be made.
We got to make a team name.
I made mine. Mine's done.
That's not fair. You can't take Randy Valeriano's nickname.
I am 35 years old. That was my name first. I don't think so. I took ownership of that a long time ago. Don't you talk to me that way, Ricky Bobby.
Come on.
That's it. El Toro Locos. That's my fantasy name, my fantasy team name since I was 18. That's what it is. So I'll just draft Randy next week. That's how it'll go. So yeah, my quarterback this week coming up is going to be the gunslinger Tony Hall, who had a huge opening night last year when he got his first start. He's got a tall task ahead of him. It's against Conneaut, but if you're going to show out, then you got to show out against a crosstown rival. My halfback this week, Jay-Sean Sanders. Listen, you can't go wrong with him. He's a dog. Yep. He is an absolute dog. He is trimmer this year too. He is moving left to right a little bit more, and people maybe because he thinned out a little bit think he's not going to be as strong. He will light you up. Jay-Sean Sanders is not one to be played with.
Can we not? Is he getting rid of the nickname, the bowling ball, then?
Absolutely no. Bowling balls come in different weights. He just went from a 15 to a 12.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's all. That's all, baby. All right, moving on. We're going to go to Aiden Whitwright out of Grand Valley. Aiden Whitwright Whitaker. I'm sorry. I said his last name incorrect. Last year was a big target for Boyarski as well. So he's somebody that can quietly sneak out there. He is a senior. He's going to make a difference this year too. When Bobby Rogers is not getting the ball, it's going to go to him. So I think I've got some high hopes there. My flex this is going to be my first go out on a limb with these young guys from St. John. I'm taking Will Anderson. They're going to run a little bit of a different type of offense this year. I can tell you that St. John is going to have a boatload more rushing yards than they did last year, and Will Anderson is going to be part of the reason. My iron flex is Trent Hodge because everything he does on the football team is awesome, and that's why I want him on my team. Give me them Jefferson boys. Geneva's O-line, they don't allow anybody to touch their quarterback, and they don't throw that often, so I got to worry about sacks. They are going to get rushing yards. They are going to get it done this year. They're going against the Madison Brown Streaks, which is what they call them. This week, it's a rivalry game. That's going to be a great one. If you're not at our games, you really need to check that one out. And then defensive player, 94.5, I believe is what I said. 94.5 tackles last year. Ty Vickery. That's my defensive player. And special teams, the Conneaut Spartans, taking on their crosstown or their rival, which is the oldest rivalry in Ashtabula County.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And everybody out there, so Sam's got, he stole his nickname from Randy Valeriano, which is fine.
I will leave the show right now.
Which is fine, but I need a team name for mine, and I'm not good at that. And I don't want to let him come up with it because he'll say it in Spanish, and it'll probably mean something stupid.
Why don't you call it Fire in the Coal?
Right. No, I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm looking, so if you guys are interested in helping me name my team, we have through tonight and obviously kick off tomorrow.
Ryan's Coalbillies.
See, it's getting worse as you speak. Nothing's getting better at this point. It's not getting better, Sam. You can't do that. Like, so again,
I'll come up with some terrible names. Don't you worry.
I can't let him pick it, and I don't want something generic, and I don't want to Google it. I want something sweet. Between now and tomorrow kickoff, right? 7 p.m. kickoff, the first game. Whoever sends me the best name, I will name my team after whoever sends it. I know there's like 25 to 30 you watching between these two. There's got to be someone out there that's interested.
Somebody's got to have a good name for Ryan.
Does anyone send anything out yet?
Nothing that I've seen. I've been looking. I've been looking.
You're watching it. So let me get back over to this screen. Let's go back to this because we are going to now I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to hit that real quick for them. You want me to read this?
What's that? Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm going to do the Made in Ohio minute real quick, but I don't know what time those two young men had to step out. 4-4-0 goal brings in Made in Ohio. I can understand now why YSN has hired me to be production because I like to click buttons the wrong way. But anyway, so Bart and Tyler left me a little list. This is the Made in Ohio minute. We're helping them out real quick. They just want to say the first game's Thursday. Good luck to Conneaut and Edgewood. They're both proud and valued clients of Made in Ohio. Check them out Friday night at the Lakeside High School game. They're going to be selling some unique merchandise. I wish I knew what it was because I'd pop it up real quick.
Well, that's why it says unique.
Unique, right. Maybe we don't need to know how unique it is. But Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., they'll be down at Corlew Stadium for the back-to-school event, giving away T-shirts, hoodies, and school supplies. Look for the red tent. Red tent giving away
Made
stuff.
Made in Ohio, giving away good
Ohio.
Stuff.
They'll be there. And then, as always, thank you so much from Made in Ohio. So there's that. Boys, if Tyler walks in 5 minutes, we'll still give him a little bit of floor time.
There you go.
And call it
all right, but what we are going to do is we are going to go into the weekend roundup and talk about what these games.
Okay, sorry. Yep, we knew we didn't have audio. I was trying to fix
that
it
one. We knew.
That
one we knew. This is a new season.
Thank you though for letting us know. Well, letting me know how much I screwed up tonight.
Listen, really I appreciate it because we would have talked for 2 hours and then there would have been nothing going. But starting off, week number 1, our first game, our season home opener is going to be Conneaut Spartans at Edgewood Warriors. We are going to be live at Corlew. That is the first of 2 4-4-0 and goal games of the week. These games will all be available at www.ysn.com
ysnlive.com
or ysnlive.com. They will always be available. If we are covering the game from here forward, it will be on ysnlive.com. So you don't have to look around. It's not going to be on Facebook or YouTube.
I just dropped it in the comment sections just so everyone that's watching, if they need to see it, you can click right on that hyperlink. And it's a very simple process, which I might do that real quick, just share my browser screen and show them how to get to the live games.
I would be careful about doing that on live because we don't know what your computer is going to do.
What do you mean?
I don't want it to crash.
So if you don't want me to do it, just tell me I don't want you to do it.
That.
Right. Either way, quick to hyperlink right there. If you're on your phone, it will take you to YSN Live.
Yeah, we will obviously share the link to ysnlive.com. I think it's like /live games.
I do believe, but once you go to their main site, it just says YSN Live, and then you'll see a tab that says Live. If you click on that, there'll be a whole list of games. You just got to find the right game. That's all you need to do, and you will be right there, able to watch it.
Yep, and again, we'll be sharing to our Facebook page where to go find the games. But that is where it's going to be. We've got Edgewood at Conneaut. One of the things we don't do is I don't typically, Ryan doesn't either, we don't pick winners when it's a counting game against each other. But what we will do is we will talk about what each team needs to do to win that game.
Yes.
And if you're the Conneaut Spartans, it's really, really easy, I think. You got to feed Zach Rice the ball, and you're going to have to keep that offense of Edgewood in check.
Yeah, I mean, the goal there, so I'm going to go where no offensive lineman's ever went before, and I'm going to let you know. No, I'm going to talk about the offensive line. I just wanted to bring it all kind of weird and obnoxious for most. But the O-line, you got to block for Rice, man. You got to block for Rice and get him downfield. You got to let him chew up yards. You got to let him chew up time. But going over to the Edgewood side real quick. Defense, and more defense. I do believe Olajuwon Cooper and the Warriors already know the game plan for the most part.
Yeah,
coming
I
out
would
of
say
Conneaut,
so.
to be
I would
honest
say
with
so.
you. I don't think it's some mysterious bag of tricks at all. They're going to feed Zach Rice, and Zeke Lucas needs to be there plugging holes.
Listen,
he really does.
If this was baseball,
Yeah.
Coach Rocco Dobrin says, this is my pitch. If you could hit it, good for you.
Yeah.
He's going to go right at him
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah.
If you're the Edgewood Warriors, I'm actually going to go a little bit on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does come down to you have to stop Zach Rice, but if your offense goes out there and your offense has to be effective, you are going to need big games from Tony Hall. You're going to need Christian Cunningham is going to have to live up to his potential in this game.
Right.
If they're going to win this game. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a guy that maybe people haven't been keeping their eyes on the Edgewood side. His name is Jacob Ernst.
Yes.
Jacob Ernst is a playmaker and is going to make a difference in this game. Conneaut's big question for me, who's throwing the ball? Are they even going to throw the ball? I don't know that you have to when you've got Rice back there, but that's the question for that game.
But Rice is running both ways, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, hopefully you're conditioned, bud, because you're going to be going.
Oh,
you're gonna
he's
be
conditioned.
Going. Yeah.
Rocco ain't playing no games
Right.
there. That goes without saying.
For me, so Conneaut, just sum it up. O-line, man, you guys got to block for the horse in the backfield there. You got to know your position, know your roles, get to the second level. Edgewood defense. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to go John Madden on you here, but less points you put up, the better opportunity you get to win the game. It's just what it is.
It's that simple.
It
It's
really
that simple.
is, and the defense will stop them.
Moving on, we're going to
Yeah.
go to the St. John Heralds against Newton Falls.
This one's interesting for me because I did speak with actually Coach Delgosh tonight, and he said it is going to be one of their tougher matchups of the season.
Absolutely.
It's going to be an intriguing one. But I am, I got to see those kids kind of close up tonight, and I am very intrigued. There's a lot of energy coming out of the gymnasium this evening, and I'm very intrigued to see what those guys do on Friday night from the Spire Institute.
So I don't think that this win is outside the grasp of the St. John Heralds. I know that they had a tough year last year. I know that Newton Falls is a pretty darn good football team that's going to travel well, and they won some games last year. But St. John, in order to win this game, there's going to have to be some guys that are making plays. Those guys are going to be Will Anderson, Ryan Williams, who's coming out for this football team for the first time, but he's an athlete. He's a true blue athlete. He's going to make a difference. Jimmy Severino, we've already talked about it. He's lightning quick. He's got to make some big plays for them. And then the question there is the same question at Conneaut. They got a new quarterback this year. Their quarterback played on the offensive line last year.
Yeah.
Kid by the name of Vinny Narducci, who's going to come out and be their quarterback. They're going to run a different type of offense. He is going to have to carry out all of his fakes well. He's going to have to play good football. And they've got some decent-sized linemen that are going to get tested early and often. St. John, if you want to win this ball game, you are going to have to rush the ball, and you're going to have to rush the ball effectively.
Yep.
That's how you win that ball game.
I mean, we've talked about it, for the past 3 weeks. St. John's kind of changing it up per se, and it is. And I'll go back to it. Offensive line play for St. John is going to win this game for them.
They are young.
And they're young, right?
They are
They're young. But offensive line play is going to really dictate where it goes and how it goes. And then obviously on the other side of the ball, defense. I don't even know what Newton Falls runs. I have no idea. I'm just going to assume an air raid type offense just because it's what half of the Ohio schools.
Some
sort of variation of it.
That's the new thing, the new toy.
But I think St. John, looking at those kids, if their head's on right, the cap's on straight, and they're buckled up, ready to rock, I think you're going to see a dogfight out at the Spire.
Yeah. All right, moving on from there is
Yep.
going to be our second week game of the week, and that's going to be on Friday night, 7 p.m. on www.ysnlive.com. That is Grand Valley at Jefferson.
Yep.
Now, this was a game that got blown open very, very early last year. Talking about Grand Valley in this game, the way you're going to win this ball game is by keeping Grant Hitchcock in the backfield and keeping the ball in his hand.
It's called playing contain.
You are going to have to
You took everything I wanted to say in that one false swoop.
Listen, Grant Hitchcock right now is arguably the best quarterback in the Ashtabula County.
Yep.
And Grand Valley is going to have to stop him week 1. And behind him, they are going to have running backs like Wade Woodworth, Luke Funtash. They're going to have Trent Hodge, Cage Bozar. They've got some weapons.
Fast
now,
guys, too. Fast. Very
Grand Valley's got some weapons, too. Jason Byers is a big, strong kid. Casey Turner, he's a smart linebacker. Nate Boyarski is as good an athlete as anybody in this county. Bobby Rogers is going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to make big plays if they want to get ahead of this Jefferson team that is so unbelievably hungry. Now, on the Jefferson side, how does Jefferson win this game? Go out and play your game. Yep. That's how you win the game.
I mean, I couldn't. I mean, you literally are saying exactly what's going on in my head. I don't know if you're like right.
That's what it is, brother.
It's weird, but I'm going to put it. I'll even narrow it down a little bit more. Defensive end play is going to really dictate how this goes for Grand Valley. Those defensive ends need to play contained, keep Hitchcock in the backfield, keep him bottled up, and then just a strong up front push to off the guards and centers to really keep him where he's at. And we'll see where it goes. But Jefferson, to win the game, play your game, man. Just play it.
I challenge you or anybody else who watches this show to find another quarterback who runs the RPO better than Grant Hitchcock.
Yeah, I don't.
I challenge you to show me one that is definitively better, because I've never seen anybody who makes defensive ends look like they're playing and one basketball and they're on the wrong side of it.
Right. Yeah,
like he is nasty.
Yeah,
he is nasty, and that's what they're going to have to do. Grand Valley is just going to have to go out there, contain that, and their offense has to trust in themselves, and they got to trust the play call.
Yep.
If you trust the process, you've got a good chance to win this game.
Do your job.
Yes.
Do your job. Moving into the next game, Madison at Geneva, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's near and dear to my heart. There's always going to be something about that Madison and Geneva game.
Let me guess. It's going to be the running backs, right?
No, it's because
obviously it's the offensive line.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about us. Here, that's how we started 4-4-0.
Oh yeah, this is our
It's a near and dear. It's always going to be kind of like what would you call it? Like a homecoming type deal for us. I don't know.
That's
how we started and all that
for sure.
Madison coming off a down year. Geneva, call it what you want, coming off a down year, and we talked about it earlier in the show. Geneva's got a tough schedule, but I really last year Madison did run a prototypical air raid type offense against them.
They tried to throw the ball unsuccessfully
because
Lakeside's defense was out on fire. The Dragons were breathing fire in that game. I think this is going to be the first one I'm going to call a winner or a loser. And you could probably tell where I'm going with this.
No.
Geneva wins this game.
Yep.
Geneva's going to win this game. So Geneva is coming back. They are young, like everybody says. They've got Coach Shimsky, who's coming in and taking over as the head coach. There's not a ton of changes over there. They are going to throw the ball a little bit more this year. Kenny Young is a very capable quarterback. He is very fast, and he throws a great ball. They've got receivers who are going to be able to go up and get it. Now, I say all that to say you still have Bryce Pete, who's going to crack people's heads as a freshman. All right? He's a freshman that's going to crack people's heads this year. And my boy, Cool Hand Luke is going to go off in this game. I wish I would have took him. I didn't think it through. Cool Hand Luke is going to run all over Madison this week. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. It's going to, hopefully you guys keep it updated on the Score Stream. Not yet a sponsor at all, but the Score Stream app. That way we can really see what's going on. And kudos to everyone out there, because historically you guys have done a really good job of letting us know scores via Facebook Messenger, and that really helps us out along the way. So coming up on deck next, I'm not even going to go into Geneva. I should have, but as you said, everything I wanted to say as well. But Brush at Lakeside. This was a tough game last year. Lakeside was in this game until
fourth quarter,
end of the third, beginning of the fourth. If I recall, I was told there was a muff punt, and then Brush took it and then scored from like 10 yards out. And that kind of sealed it up.
You know when somebody pull the thread.
Yeah.
And then listen, there was a coach that once told me it was like building a house.
Here we go.
Listen, that's what happened, buddy.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Yep. Yeah, it's this is a tough test for Lakeside. I like it as an opener for them. I think it's really going to give us a good idea of what kind of team we're going to be dealing with this year.
Absolutely.
And watching on a week-to-week basis. Brush is a good opponent, but Sam, you were talking about him just the other day.
I'm telling you right now, I thought one thing about Lakeside, and then I went and watched them scrimmage a full half, click clack, helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
Shaker Heights, who brought over 100 kids to a scrimmage. All right, Shaker Heights, who was able to keep guys fresh the entire scrimmage, and we're giving them everything they could. And I watched Lakeside beat them 21-0.
Yeah.
I watched Jay Sean Sanders look like somebody had a controller and was doing this number. Here's what I want to say about Lakeside. Lakeside has the highest ceiling of every team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Lakeside could very, very easily be a team that's going to host playoff games this year. That is
Correct.
going to host. Seven wins is not outside of the realm of possibility for them.
I believe this game though will dictate that.
This is going to tell you. This
will
game
tell
right
you.
here is going to tell you. If they go out and sweep Brush, all right, you see what I did there?
Yep.
See what I did there? If they go out and sweep the floor with Brush,
Look out.
Lakeside is a force, and I don't know that it's not going to happen because the offensive line at Lakeside, I joke, I'm pretty sure I could average at least a positive yards per carry.
Yeah,
They're nasty.
They're going to get a push.
Strong. They're juniors. They're juniors that have played a ton of football.
Right.
And they're guys that aren't going to have to go both ways either, so they're going to be fresh all the time.
Yes.
Edwards has a nasty line.
Yes.
They've got a nasty line over there at Lakeside. Lakeside, look for them. They're going to beat Brush this week.
Right. I mean, Lakeside's going to win it with the run game.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
But you can't give the ball back. You can't give the ball back because that's what got you last year.
Yeah, those errant mistakes. Yeah, that's the tough one. That's the tough one there. So
Jay Sean Sanders is going to be able to run them to a victory. And if they take their eyes off Big Bad Jim Timoneer, he's going to make you pay for it. And then they got this other guy that is lightning fast, and that's Malachi Matlock.
yeah.
Lakeside's got all the tools. If they listen and they follow and they believe in what their coaches are telling them, they're going to win this week.
Totally agree. I mean, right now I'm taking Lakeside. It's going to be a tough one, but I think it's going to be at a bare minimum. You guys are going to go out there and fight. It's going to happen that way.
Those boys are playing different, and they look like they have a different fire underneath of them this year, and I'm really excited for them.
And last but not least, Pymatuming Valley. So I'm sorry, I should say Mineral Ridge at PV Pymatuming Valley. I'm very interested this year because sophomore quarterback really coming into it, really going to come to his own. I'm interested. Really curious. Last year they didn't throw much. I think they only had like 25 total attempts, if I recall.
So the
right.
problem was last year that they went through a couple different quarterbacks.
Right.
So he didn't really take over as the quarterback until the last game of the season.
Yeah.
So I just had to double check before I start talking out the side of my neck.
Must be nice.
Nice. PV does beat Mineral Ridge last year. That's how they started the year.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take them to win again this year. I think PV can go out there and get it done. I know Coach Croston tells us every year we're young, we're rebuilding. I don't believe they're rebuilding. I believe they reload out there.
They don't retreat, they reload. Yeah, they find a way, man. They do.
They really do. PV is like money in the bank. They're going to get their dubs no matter what.
Right.
I think Ryan, Croston's going to be a beast as a quarterback. I think he's going to be a dog as a defensive back. I really, really think that Cargill steps up on this offensive line and gets them right back to where they should be. That's one thing that PV has always relied on, was having a good offensive line that's able to slow the game down. And then they got this kid, Nowakowski. Nowakowski's fast, and he got 2 interceptions last year too.
Yep.
So, he's able to go up and get the ball when they do want to throw. And I think it's going to make the difference. I think PV, the good thing about PV is they can take the lead, and then they can shut the game down.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they won last year, and it's going to be about that offensive line play. But like you said, PV always finds a way to have a solid, a 5-man front up there, really giving a good push, really protecting the quarterback back there. But I am interested to see this year if they do go to the air anymore. I mean, let's be honest. The quarterback's dad may or may not be second in the all-time passing.
No, that's not his. Nope.
No? Am I saying that totally wrong?
You're completely wrong.
Man, I'm terrible. Well, I thought I was right. I was really confident about that, too. So I
Quarterback's
apologize.
dad is the head coach. You're talking about Sean Freeman.
Am I?
Not, yes.
Why did I think it was the other way? I don't know.
That's you, Ryan.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I am still, no matter what, I'm still interested to see who if PV comes out throwing the ball just a little bit more. But
I think they
see.
will. I think they
Yeah.
will. I think they're going to have the ability. It's a kid. They're going to learn on the. He's going to learn on the go, but they've got the ability. They're going to get the job done.
Yeah. All right. That is, I think it.
That's it,
isn't
baby.
it? Yeah,
that's the whole kit and
it.
caboodle.
Yeah. But yeah, so don't forget, guys, tomorrow night, Conneaut and Edgewood.
7 o'clock,
7
right here.
o'clock, ysnlive.com. And then on Friday night is going to be Jefferson versus Grand Valley.
That's correct, and we're going to be at Jefferson. So live from Corlew, 7 p.m.
Yep.
www.ysnlive.com. 440 and goal. Making it official, baby. It's football season. I'm really, really excited.
Thanks again. My name is Ryan, my partner, Sam, the voice of 440 and goal. Now you guys understand why I call him the voice, because when I talk, I usually screw stuff up. But, apparently I can't click buttons right today either.
That's
So,
all right. It's doing the job.
Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Don't forget on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification bell. On Facebook, please follow us. I always want to say share, but share, but follow the page. Again, YSN Live, we're looking for people. Our 440 goal is looking for people to join the crew. We need some people to help us get all these schools covered in the county. 440goal@gmail.com. Message us on Facebook. Message us on Instagram. We'll give you all the details. We really want to make this official and get Ashtabula put on the map. So help us out and by supporting your local schools. So
That's right. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. live from Corlew Stadium.
later, guys.